Namaste. Welcome to Telugu Prajala Mana Sakshi TV. I am Swarna. Vastu and Graha Sastra show ki swagatam suswagatam. Today we are going to discuss about Vastu for ladies. To discuss that, we are back with our leading astrologer and expert, Dr. Dipika Sanghi Gupta. Namaste Dipika ji, how are you and welcome to the show?
Namaste Swarna ji, I am good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you Dipika ji. So viewers, if you have any questions and would like to consult Dipika ji, you can reach out to Om Holistic Healing at 732-979-2080. Without any further delay, let's start our show with our today's topic, Vastu for ladies. So Deepika ji, this is very interesting topic for me. I'm really looking forward with so many questions, which is not just for one person, everybody, all the women, all the ladies going to get advantage of it and definitely get benefit through Vastu in different ways. So what is the first thing we can do in the house through Vastu for women's best health?
See, the first thing, first of all, the Vastu in the health. We see according to the Vata, Pitta and Kapha. So, as I have said earlier also in the show, that astrology, Vastu and Ayurveda, they three are interrelated and interconnected. So, in the Ayurveda, we see Vata, Pitta and Kapha. So, usually the Kapha is from the north to the east. From east to the southwest, it is Pitta, and then from the southwest to again to the northwest, it's Vata. So it depends what kind of a problem a female is going through, whether it's a Vata problem. So Vata is all, airy diseases like gastric problems, stomach disorders. Then Pitta is like heat related problems, and then the Kapha is like all cold and cough related problems. So we have to see what kind of a problem a female is going through.
So do you suggest any specific direction of the main entrance of the house so that will give like a positive effect on women's health?
No, there is nothing like the any main direction, but yes, we can pick the best directions. Like there are few directions which are known as good, and there are some which are not good. Like Indra is again one of the very good direction. So in the eastern side. So it depends like what it's not to the direction, but each and every zone in the house should be balanced for the women's health. So as I said, that it depends on Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So what kind of a problem a female is going through.
Okay. Do you say any other direction we should not be going to? Like you said, like according to the problem, we have to have the direction, right? So do you suggest any one specific direction? I mean, you suggest we should not have it for women.
So for that, a woman should never sleep in the eastern side of the southeast, the southern side of the southwest, and the western side of the northwest. See, in the northwest also we have north and west, both are there. So the western side of the northwest should be definitely avoided by the females for sleeping or sitting for the longer period of time. Similarly, in the southeast, we have south and east both. So in the southeast also, towards the eastern side, it should be totally avoided. And similarly, in the southwest, we have south and west both. So the southern side of the southwest should be definitely avoided by the females to sleep. If they will be sleeping here, their immune system will get weak and they will be easily affected by the diseases or viruses or infections.
Okay. So when it comes to the house, which direction should we keep like puja room in? Because, that is where if we see like, grandparents, if they have like grandparents, like grandmas and all, they spend most of the time in the puja room. So which direction puja room should be?
The puja room should always be in the northeast direction. That is one of the best directions to have the puja room. And the second, we can, if you don't have the northeast, then we can keep in the western side.
Okay. So Deepika ji, we are always talked about how to decorate the house. What are the good things we should keep in the house? So do you suggest any particular things which will bring health for women of the house?
See, first of all, as I said, never keep the gods idol. If we are keeping the god idols in the wrong direction, then definitely that part gets affected. So never keep, god's idol. Then anything related to the wildlife, that should be avoided. The skin of the animals, that should be avoided. These are the negative things. Anything which is burnt, that should be avoided. Here in some cultures, they have the thing that, you know, when their dog dies, then they keep the ashes of the dog with them, or, you know, that should not be done. Then they keep the photographs also, that should not be done. The photographs of the people or animal who have left their, you know, for their higher souls or something, so they should be kept in the right zones. Then again, nothing which is burnt, that should not be kept. Which is dead, that should not be kept. Like the dry flowers, they should be avoided because there is no life in them. Anything which does not have life should be avoided to keep in the house.
So, I mean, you have already mentioned us in our previous shows, like paintings, whatever we keep in the house, that usually impact and bring the positive vibes in the house. So,
Yeah.
like, what kind of paintings do you suggest for women's health and peace of mind in the house?
Something which gives you a good message. See, the women goes through so many things. Today, the women are working also. They are not only the housewives. So they are playing both the roles, the men of the house and the women of the house. Mainly the females are single parents also. So there are so much responsibility on them. See, I'm not saying this that the women are superior to men. Everybody is equal, but still the men only do their, you know, the work part, but the women is taking care of children, doing the kitchen thing, doing the work thing. So there are so many things, right? So that is why anything which gives a positive message, a positive quote should be placed here and there in the house, that whenever she feels low, she look at that positive quote and she again filled up with that energy. But if you see wildlife animals or something like that, then you don't get that vibe. So something which gives you good vibes, or something which, you know, the family, the cherished moments of the family, those pictures should be kept here and there, so that she sees her children and then again, you know, that feminine energy blossoms inside her. Or something related to, you know, like something which has made her happy. So something related to that, those pictures should be kept here and there, because see, the women's are the foundation of the house. If women is good, that house is good.
And that's
See,
true.
the children can survive with the mother, but children cannot survive only with the father.
Yeah, that's
Right? So
yes.
single mother can bring up a very good children. So she can give all those ethical values, good values, but only a father cannot. I'm not saying that men are down or no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the nature has made something like that.
Yes.
See, the females have the power to, you know, to generate something, right? Which, yeah, so, you know, men has different qualities, women has different qualities. But today the world is confused. It's Kali going on. So world is confused. Everybody wants to be a man. I don't know why females want to be a man. When you think yourself as a man, you know, when you keep thinking that way, you disturb your hormonal system also, because you are born with that femininity, right?
Yes.
So females, men are like brick, but the females are like cement, right? So
yes.
they join everything. They have that power to join the things, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suddenly remembered something, Deepika ji. When we were little, we used to say, like, you know, especially at home, like, you know, when father is the head of the family, where mother is the neck of the family. You know, like, you know, father cannot be completely do anything without the turning of the neck. So
Yeah.
we feel father is like, you know, head of the family, but we don't see what mother plays, how much important role woman plays in the house.
Yeah. See, the women, they leave their house and go to other house. So they are managing 2 families at a time. Then they have to adjust there. They have to, yeah. So they have to bring that happiness in the home, right? And then they are like the females only, you know, prosper the family lineage also and everything. So there are so many responsibilities on a female's shoulder. And I don't know why they want to become men. They have such a beautiful feminine energy in them. Right? See, all you see, all these valuables, jewelry, is everything made for the females only, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So there is so much to, you know, cherish being a female.
Awesome. So, Deepika ji, you told us like the best direction to sleep for women, right? So, is there any specific direction for pregnant women to sleep? Like
for the pregnant women, I would say if the pregnancy is not happening, then sleep in the southeast. Once the pregnancy happens, then go to the south or the southwest side. So that is the better thing for them.
Okay.
But avoid going to the eastern side of the southeast, the western side of the northwest, and the southern side of the southwest. And avoid, like in general also, avoid sleeping in these directions.
Okay. So Deepika ji, these directions differ from one person to another person, like regular, I mean, woman and a pregnant woman, and like depending on the situation and the roles, like a grandma is there. So can grandma sleep on the same direction as a pregnant woman is sleeping? Does it change anything according to the position?
See, the old people, they lose that, the kapha in them according to the Ayurveda. So, if the old people, they are sleeping in some wrong directions, that can be done. But the young girls, if they sleep in the wrong direction, then they create some or the other gynae problem like PCOS or something. If the pregnant lady or if the lady who's trying to get pregnant sleeps in the wrong direction, then also, they don't get pregnant, or if they get pregnant, then abortion or some mishappening, keeps on going. So it depends age to age. Right, like in the northeast, the up to the 12-year-old girl can sleep, and after that, the old lady, like 60 plus, can sleep over there. But nothing between 12 to 60, they cannot sleep in the northeast. Otherwise, they will develop some or the other problem in their uterus. So it depends to age, person to person when it comes to the sleeping, when it's come to the picking up of the bedroom.
Okay. So, is it true, Deepika ji, that east-facing living rooms will improve women's health? Is it true when it comes to the living rooms?
It's a total myth. It's a total myth that east-facing living rooms will be good, because see, a female, how much time she will spend in the living room? No, like if the children are small, then the most of the time in the children's room, and then her office, if she is working from home, and then her bedroom and kitchen. So, like, living rooms, you don't sit often, and not for the more time or something. So no, living rooms are not that concept. No.
Okay. So Deepika ji, for the best health for women or men, anyone, nowadays meditation will take away the stress. They say like meditation really helps people. So especially women needs it, as we always do multitasking in everything. So yeah. Which direction do you suggest them to, sit down and do the meditation?
Northeast and the northern side of the northeast. These two directions are best direction to do the meditation. Spread a very light cream color mat, sit on it, do the Gyan Mudra, and the Gyan Mudra should be something like, this. The index finger touching the thumb, and then the index finger should also touch the long finger. It should not be like this. This is the wrong. So the index finger should be, touching the long finger. So this way. Okay. Right? So like this, put a Gyan Mudra, and then just focus on the, your breath system, and that takes you into the deep meditation and release the stress.
So they sit on northeast, right? Not facing the northeast. They sit
no, not facing. Sit in the northeast direction of the house. Okay. That is very good for doing the meditations. That calms down your body, mind, emotions, and thoughts.
Okay. How much it is important to maintain water body in the house? Because I heard that will improve the woman's health. So is it like how it is all related, and can you suggest us?
See, the body is made of 5 elements, and similarly the house is made of 5 elements. So if the 5 elements in the body are balanced, then you are good emotionally, mentally, physically. And similarly, if the 5 elements in the house are balanced, then the house is balanced. Then it is good for the children, old people, husband, wife, male, female, everybody. The water is actually the emotions, and the females live on emotions. How much practical she is, at the end of the day, she is emotional. Right? Females are more emotions. So if the water bodies in the house are balanced, the female's emotions get balanced. If the water bodies are not that balanced, then the female emotions gets imbalanced. See, females only can reproduce, right? Whether it's animals, whether it's human beings, in all this thing, only females can reproduce. Why? Because females have that emotions.
Yes.
Right? Definitely, the God has made, the creator, the nature has made the female body like that. But at the same time, the female has those emotions. So, and the water, if the water is in the wrong zone, then there can be such problems, or, water retention problems, putting on a lot of weight is again a kapha pravriti. So that also gets disturbed if the water bodies in the house are disturbed.
Okay. So do you suggest us to do anything about that?
See, again, balance them, like put the water bodies in the zones of the water element. And then again, if they are in the wrong zones, then they have to be treated according to the Vastu, which a Vastu expert can only do.
So, Deepika ji, when it comes to the woman, we like to dress up. And when it comes to dressing up, I could think of only mirrors. So what about the mirrors, Deepika ji? Mirrors is like they're good to keep in the house, or how we can use the mirrors for the better health of women?
See, mirrors has nothing to do with the health, but yes, mirrors can definitely give the positive vibes and the energy in the house. So, like avoid placing mirrors just opposite to the bed. Avoid placing mirrors in the southern side of the house. That is also not good. In the southwest, south, these are the avoid placing the mirrors. Usually, the mirrors are placed to rectify the vastu. Avoid placing too much mirrors, and see, I have always said in the show earlier also that avoid making your house a emporium. It's not that. It's simple house where you can come and relax yourself. So keep it simple and straight. That will give you more relaxation instead of, don't try to make it a museum, an emporium that don't try to keep so many things in the house. Keep it very simple and light.
Okay. So, Deepika ji, but how much ever we keep the house simple, we can't keep our jewelry simple. So we always and we have like jewelry. Every Indian woman have a lot of jewelry. So no matter like from the wedding till anytime, any occasion, any anniversary, any special day they like to buy. So where do you suggest them to keep that? Like, which direction? Of course, we can't choose a direction in the bank, but if you're keeping few in the house, where do you suggest?
I would suggest in the western side of the southwest. That is the best position to keep the jewelry. Keep your safe over there and keep the jewelry over there.
Okay. Even like any assets, any documents, valuable papers, anything.
Anything, keep it in the southwest or the western side of the southwest. Those two positions are the best to keep your jewelry.
Okay. So, Deepika ji, I heard like, if you keep weight in certain part of the house, like one direction of the house, that is good for the house and, that is good for the woman's health. So what direction should be, we should keep like heavy things in the house, like big couches and all, like, which will give more peace, obviously, and have a happy, healthy wife and mom, whoever in the house.
Okay. See, keep most of the weight in the south, southeast, southwest, west. So in these 3-4 directions, you can keep maximum weight. That's okay. But never try to keep too much weight in the northeast. That is the worst thing to be done. Then avoid in the east and the north also. The weight which is there in the east and the north, and the weight, if we compare it to the south and the west, then the south and the west should always have more weight than the north and the east.
So Deepika ji, we were just talking like, nowadays woman is not just to the kitchen or in the house. They are like working. You see women playing literally men role and woman role, both the roles in most of the situations. Yeah. So for them, they need a lot of courage, a lot of peace of mind, and they do multitasking all the time to get that strength to have peaceful in the house, like the peace in the house. What are the basic things we can do in the house?
The basic thing is keep the house clutter free. The first thing. Keep the house clutter free. That is the most required thing. Don't keep negative things in the house. As I said, that the burnt things, rotten things, just because whatever does not have life is dead. So never keep those dead energies in the house. Never keep those clothes which you have never worn in past 10 years. You won't be wearing in another 10 years also. So try to make the house very light and, like clutter free. This is the first preference. The second, always keep the northern side of northeast very, very clean. They should be clean, clutter free. There should not be toilets in that zone, no storage in that zone. That is most important. Okay. So yes, these directions should be very, very much clean.
Okay, Deepika ji. But I mean, there are like some women who are like homemakers. So they spend most of the time in the kitchen, and some have a profession like cooking and, have a restaurant or something like that. So for them, which direction, if they're building a new house or new place where they have the kitchen, where they're going to spend a lot of time in there. So which direction do you suggest them to have the kitchen?
Southeast and south. They are the best direction. Then the kitchen can be made in the northwest too. But southeast and the south are the best directions to make the kitchen.
Okay. But if they're moving into a new house where it's already built in, like we can't really change the placement. So what can they do then?
Then see, the Vastu remedies have to be applied. Let's say the kitchen is in the north. The north is the zone of the water element, and now the kitchen is there. So kitchen is like fire element. So if the water is, then it will evaporate. If the fire will be there in the zone of the water. So when the water will evaporate, then the liquidity will evaporate. Then the emotions will evaporate. So in such a case, Vastu remedies have to be applied to, control the negative effects of the kitchen.
Or is it really true, Deepika ji, that following the directions while drinking water will improve their health?
No, this is totally a myth. Totally a myth. Yeah, you can drink water in whatever direction you want to. It's only that in the Ayurveda it is said that, never drink the water when you are standing. Always sit and then drink the water, sip, sip. Never try to drink in one go, quick, and then never try to drink the water when you are standing. Otherwise, in any direction it's good. I know people make videos on such things and spread the myths. As I have said, you just need that 100 monkey syndrome, right? You just need to prepare 100 monkeys, and those 100 monkeys will prepare another 100 monkeys, and so the chain will spread. See, let's say if I say yes, while drinking the water you should always face the north. Now when you are traveling or something, then and if by chance, let's say by chance something happens and your face was not in the north or whatever direction I suggested, you will be, oh, Dipika ji told us that, the face should be there. I was not there. That's why this bad thing has happened to me. Now that one monkey is prepared. Now that monkey will tell the story to another 10 or 15 monkeys. See, my face was there and this bad thing happened. Now they don't have even experienced it, but they will get afraid. And then that 15 monkeys will be prepared. So that is why, people spread myths. People spread this misconception. These are all, total myths. You can drink water anywhere, any time of the day. Nothing like that, and in any direction.
Okay. So, Deepika ji, now I want to ask you one thing. Like astrology and this Vastu, they both are connected with each other. Is there like, if you say, like for me, if you say East is good, but if according to astrology for my sister, it might be different. So is it, does that really apply like that, or is just, I'm just asking you, I have no idea about that.
See, astrology and Vastu are deeply connected, deeply. Usually we have the basic rules in the Vastu, like the East should be lighter, the West should be heavier. Similarly, the North should be lighter, the South should be heavier. So there are some basic rules, but sometimes because of some acute problem or some specific problem, when we see the Vastu through the horoscope, then we can guide that, yes, these directions are good for you and these directions are not good for you. So just do this in this direction and don't do this in this direction. Right? So there we do that thing. In general, we follow the rules of the Vastu. But whenever some client comes with some specific problems, then we, through the horoscope, we see that sometimes the negative directions are the best for them.
Okay. So, Deepika ji, by keeping the plants, like indoor plants in the house, we know it purifies the air, it's good for health. But, because of the situation, some people cannot keep the real plants. So they'll keep this, the artificial, the plastic plants. So my question is like, by keeping the flowers, like the fake flowers, like, the plastic flowers and the plants, are they okay for women's health? Like, are they equally good with compared to the, the other plants, like the real plants and the flowers?
See, the real plants have their best energy. We cannot compare anything to the real plants, right? So the fresh flowers have the best energies. So that is another issue. But if we talk about the artificial flowers, see, they are made by the cloth. So they are okay. But when we keep the dry flowers, this is different. Those are dried. They don't have any energy in it. They don't have any life in it. So never keep those things. So there is a difference between the, the natural flowers, the man-made flowers, and the dried flowers. Right. So all three have the different energies.
Okay, so while reading few articles, Deepika ji, I had one more thing. I'm like getting all these kind of myths, or I don't know, these kind of statements I'm reading here or there online, which are like really scary at some point, because when it gives information, like, okay, if, like you said, keeping the red lamp will, like I told you, like, keeping the red lamp will give success, but I don't know, it has a specific direction to be kept for getting positive results out of it. So like that, I had, like, having small windows in the house, like, house has a small windows, that is good for professional women, and they will help them not to fall sick. Is that really true, Deepika ji? If a house has a big windows, that will make women of the house, women in the house get sick?
No, not at all. See, if you have big windows, there will be more sunlight in the house. There will be more wind in the house. So there will be more nature in the house, right?
Yes.
And see, what the earth is. Earth is, the mother earth. It's again a feminine energy. And that is why the earth is fertile. You sow the seeds in the land and that will grow into a tree, right? Similarly, just like a feminine energy, right? So what we say, the mother earth, right? So the earth has the feminine energy, the women's are feminine energy. So when a lot of sunlight comes, when a lot of wind comes, and there is good, rotation of these things in the house, then definitely the house has the positive energy. Everybody in the house will feel good. If you stay in the basement with no light, no wind, then anybody can fall sick, right? So we need these things that regenerates our mind, body, aura, soul, and spirit, right? So how can, no, these are all myths, totally myths. Can you believe one of the astrologer has made a video that, if you don't keep the bills in the purse, then you don't, then there will be control on your expenses. Is it true? Like, if you will not keep, then your mortgage will not go, your phone bill will not go. So, people make such videos and then people text me and ask me, Dipika ji, is it true? Is it true? Like, I'm like, are you crazy? Like, how can this be possible? Like, if you have taken a house on mortgage, you have to pay whether you keep it in the purse or not. And then everything is today on your mobile. The app is on your mobile. The bank app is on your mobile. And the mobile is always in the purse or in your hand. So always you carrying all the bills in your hand.
Yeah.
So how is this possible? People make so silly things, and then again that 100 monkey syndrome.
That's true.
Right? Let's say even if one person, let's say, call to the telephone services or something and say that, no, I want to get my plan changed, and it's changed from $100 to 90, he'll say, yes, I saved it at the end of the day, $10. I didn't keep my bills in the purse. So he will tell this experience to another 10, that 10 to another 10, and again the cycle will go on and one myth will create it.
Awesome. So Deepika ji, for this Vastu for Women, we have an email from Ramya from Virginia. Her question is like, she's working, so she's asking, is there any particular direction you suggest her to sit, like, facing towards that, so it will improve her quality of work and her job stability and financial benefit?
Okay, so Ramya, you can sit in the southern side, the southeast side, and the southwest side, or the west side, depending on your way or the work you are doing. But these 4 directions are definitely good. You can sit and do your work and then face towards the north or the east.
So Ms. Ramya, I hope you got the answer, and if you have any other further consultation, you can email us or you can contact Deepika ji directly. Okay, so thank you so much, Deepika ji, for your time and helping us to understand how Vastu can help us, and especially this Vastu, how it helped women. This is like really useful and very beneficial show. So viewers, if you have any questions and would like to reach out Deepika ji, you can reach out to Om Holistic Healing Set 732-979-2080. Next week, we will be coming back with another interesting topic on Vastu and Graha Sastra. This is Varna signing off. You're watching Telugu Prajala Mana Sakshi TV. Namaste.